is there an opportunity in combining the situation of indigenous tribes? Because in my eyes, most indigenous tribes around the world are still under pressure in some kind of way of the Western world. Is there an opportunity in international law that we can combine these tribes around the world?
I think it is important to look to international provisions for the rights of indigenous people, and I think one of the things that we will do and plan to do is to reach out to other groups working on indigenous rights issues to create some solidarity between those other oppressed groups with the people of West Papua. I think it's an excellent suggestion and one that we are certainly looking into. I think one of the more difficult problems is access to information about what's actually going on in West Papua in order to inform and engage other groups in the issue. And that's why I think one of the key concerns that we need to raise, and certainly a much more achievable objective than an international case, is to push our governments to ask for access for journalists and for human rights defenders and international organisations so that they can document and communicate what's actually happening. And by having that information, we can then engage other groups to take action. As a lawyer for WikiLeaks, I think one of the greatest things to come out of the WikiLeaks disclosures is the information that we received about West Papua, the cables about West Papua, which provided an insight into what is happening and what governments know about what is happening. The US government, for example, reinstituted military aid to Indonesia despite knowing exactly that the human rights situation in West Papua had not improved, indeed had deteriorated, and nevertheless reinstituted military aid. I think it's very encouraging that the Dutch government has passed a resolution not to provide any further military equipment to Indonesia because of West Papua, and we need to have more information like that. But it's having that documentation in the WikiLeaks cables that prevents governments from being able to deny what's happening, which is why access to information and access for journalists to West Papua is so important.